Okay, welcome to this side session for Valentina. Potentially could involve more people. We'll see. What do we remember about before you uh left us during that session?
That everyone was talking to the hunters
Mm-hmm.
and be
That you
like, "Oh, come over."
investigating them. You were talking to one of the hunters on the list. Yes,
Yeah, that was it.
before a classmate of yours comes up with some papers of just assignments, whether that's missing work from your time in the hospital or like other things, notes, what have you. That's up to you. It doesn't necessarily have to be missing work. It could have very well just been like shared notes or something you forgot in class. Um, Regardless, you strike up a conversation with this girl, invite her out, basically on a date, leaving the investigative conversation, though she still has a couple classes to take, so that leaves Val to basically have a sit down somewhere where she dozes off and takes a little nap, correct?
Yep, big EP.
Big EP. Oh, why right now, Echo? Sorry, you might hear her through the door. Yeah.
Discord.
I forget that's your second account. You doze off. And it's a calm doze. Pretty easy. You're bored. You're tired. You're waiting. Whatever.
Big think, small brain, take a lot of energy.
As you dream alone in this hall or various people passing by, the soft murmur of people walking by gets quieter and quieter until eventually you don't hear any more muffled speech. You open your eyes. You know you're dreaming. This has happened before, several times, in fact. You recall closing your eyes, drifting away, and almost within a second, opening them again to find yourself in the forest.
Oh, great.
But you're not in the forest this time.
Cool.
You're in the hall. The empty, vacant hall where no one is in sight. You
Uh,
feel cold. Your body feels cold. There is a gray, almost sepia tint to everything around you. It feels out of place, out of focus, like you're in a photo almost.
Val picks up her emergency rescue whistle and lightly blows in it to make some sort of sound as she walks around. Mostly because she doesn't like how quiet it is.
You nervously blow your whistle as you walk down the various halls. No one responds.
She shivers and keeps walking.
You keep walking. You check classrooms, offices. Each room you open leads to nothing but an empty classroom after classroom.
Her whistling noise get a little scared, more scared.
You reach another door, but before you touch this one to open it, you feel something against the back of your neck press against you. It's
She's,
cold. Just as
she
cold, almost colder.
she jumps and blows into the whistle in fear.
You jump, and from the ground you feel a rough tug as something else has also grabbed you there. You look down, you turn your head over your shoulder. Long limbs, pale, grayish, that same tint to them as everything else in the dream. Hands, just like from the mirror, stretching out of the floor, out of the walls, out of the door, grabbing at you.
uh,
You're blowing your whistle. No one is there to hear it.
uh, she like looks, she like takes like a step back and like in multiple different directions as if she's trying to like figure out where to go. And then she how, like does she have like a second to do something? Or is this like
Sure.
are they like on top of her?
You can
She's
try. I
good.
mean, they are on top of you. They're stretching out everywhere. They're grabbing at you, pulling you down.
She's going to take out a lighter and her cigarette, and then she's gonna light her cigarette, and she's going to start punching the hands.
First, roll resolve and composure.
Okay. One success! Yippee!
You do not manifest a lighter.
Damn it. Does she at least have her cigarette?
No.
No! Uh, she's gonna punch anyway.
Okay. Roll resolve and composure again. You find yourself unable. Hello. You find yourself unable to move, to throw any kind of punch, whether it's the number.
What's up?
Hello. We're doing a thing.
Are you doing the same?
Yes.
Should I leave?
No, you can listen. We're just recording.
Oh, you're recording the thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
You find yourself unable to move. The hands are too numerous as they grab you, or maybe you're stricken by fear as these cold, clammy limbs grip at you and pull you. It very much sends you back to that moment in Katsuo's basement, getting pulled into the mirror. Your head is turned to the side, and the floor beneath you is actually, now that you're looking at it, just as black and shiny as that mirror itself. The whole floor is practically one big mirror. The hands pull you in, and you are surrounded by darkness.
Val blows on the emergency whistle loudly.
One last desperate, pleading whistle rings out into the empty halls of the school. reaching no one, heard by no one. When you open your eyes again, you are once again alone, but now you are surrounded by black, a void. You squint, you think you can see the silhouettes of trees actually around you, but it's too hard to tell. You're not dead. That much is obvious to you. At least you hope you're not dead.
Is she still missing her lighter and cigarette?
You still do not have your lighter or cigarette. You did not roll enough to manifest them.
She doesn't have her coping tools. Uh, can she move towards what she believes to be the trees?
You can move towards what you believe is the trees, yes. Sam, I'm gonna stream the music.
Okay.
Do I need to wait for you for something or
No, I'm on a computer. I'm right back.
okay. Let's hope this works. I hope it's not too loud. Oh, damn it. Does that sound good?
Yeah, I
Okay,
can
good.
adjust it.
Cool, cool. You walk toward the trees, toward the tree line that you see. You can hear the dirt under your shoes. This should be the forest. You feel somewhat certain of that, but you're not sure. It's almost just as quiet as before. You don't hear any birds or wind or anything. It is vacant. You wander for what feels like a lifetime
Val
before
is
you.
going. Val is going
Yep.
to entertain herself by whistling a song.
Eventually, you come across a clearing, a familiar clearing. You recognize this one as a clearing that you and your friends and family frequently wake up in. But again, it's different. Now that you can see a little bit more, there's no sunlight. The trees look decayed and twisted. The grass looks so pale it might as well not exist. And something unique is in the middle of this clearing. You see a massive pit.
We don't like that. What is in the pit?
You hear it breathe.
Hmm.
You can almost. The first noise you hear since you started dreaming is the soft, ragged breathing of something in the pit. You feel it in the back of your mind. No actual words, but it feels like something is telling you to come closer. That it's okay. You can come closer.
Now, how stupid do I think Val is going to be? Hold on, I need to think. Um. Hmm. What objects are around her? Are there trees?
Yes, there are trees. Grass, dirt, anything you could find in the forest.
Are there any, like, is there anything metal?
No, nothing metal.
Okay. She's gonna walk over to a tree and, like, snap a branch off.
Mm-hmm. Easy.
Uh. And then she's going to walk closer.
You walk
Timidly.
closer. The breathing is shallow. The closer you get, the more you think you hear something like a heartbeat. Something says your name.
Wait, which name? The fake name or the real name?
Your real
Is it
name.
Pan? Oh, okay. It's not Pancake.
It's not Pancake.
She she like sits up straight and then looks around.
Hello.
She she makes like a whistle sound that's supposed to be like yes.
Welcome, Valentina.
She does like that awkward wave when like you're not sure if you should be here.
Are you scared?
She crosses her arms and shakes her head no. She's a little bit scared, but she doesn't want to admit it.
The trees shudder when you lie. The voice does not seem to call you out on this. I'm sorry. I don't mean to scare you. My domain isn't doing well, you see.
She like her posture like relaxes when they say that, and she like tilts her head in question.
But you can help it. You can help me. I can help you.
She squints. She does like a go on gesture.
A wish. The word repeats in the air around you. A wish, a wish, wish. You have wishes, don't you?
She nods slowly. Like, where are you going?
Desires.
She nods.
I can grant you any wish you want.
Her eyes widen.
You just have to do something for me.
She nods.
My forest is not doing well. Why else would I call you here?
She like looks around and then shrugs.
What do you wish for, Valentina?
She rubs her chin as if she's trying to figure out how to communicate it, and then just hopes it understands sign language as she signs.
Is it?
Hmm?
And you see smoke billow out from the pit. You see Esme. She's standing. She's smiling. You see yourself with her, spinning her around, happy. And the voice says, perhaps it's Esme, walking free of pain. Or perhaps that disappears. You see your mother, alive, sitting in a chair, sunlight pooling in from a window. Maybe it's to speak with your mother. Maybe it's to bring her back alive. Or maybe the smoke again pushes that image away and forms another new image of you being pulled into a mirror, desperately grabbing onto the sides of it, unable to pull yourself free until the aid of someone significantly less stronger than you pulls you out. Or maybe it's unwavering strength. You take pride in how strong you are, don't you? It's a shame it
She
didn't serve you how it should have in that moment.
she tilts her head and then she like looks away as if she's like disappointed in herself in some way. She's gonna sign, hoping it understands. What is the point of this? What do you want?
I just told you.
She s- tilts her head, confused, and then shakes her head, like she doesn't understand. What do you want?
My forest is dying.
I understood that. She signs. How do I stop it from dying?
I will give you that. But you have to accept first.
She, she shakes her head and says, "That's a pretty shit deal." Sons.
Oh, I guess
So
these things weren't as important to you as I thought then.
she signs. Only one of those really matters to me at the end of the day. And I don't need to get it from you. So I want to ask, can you tell me a little bit more? Otherwise, I don't think we're going to be very cooperative.
What do you think I want?
She shakes her head, signing. I'm not the brightest tool in the shed, or however that saying goes. So I can't pretend to
Evidently.
know.
How pitiful. Even when things are right in front of you, even when things are happening all around you, you don't see anything.
She smiles a little bit and then signs. Mm, you're being awful resistant to explaining yourself, and that's all I've asked of you.
I told you what I wanted, and I can give you the instructions to help me fix my forest.
Val signs, give me a moment to think. And she's going to sit down and contemplate for a second.
You sit there. It allows you this silence.
Val seems to contemplate her options for a moment.
You hear the soft whispers, the voice again. Anything you want. Any wish. Esme walking, your voice.
Val signs. Sounds like some, what is this? Monkey palm shit. Whatever the saying is. I've seen some horror movies, okay? And she's gonna say, "You're not giving me enough information to be willing to make any deal with you. Suppose I do ask for your help with Esme, and then you allow Esme to walk, but she's unconscious or not herself. Or maybe she becomes a tree after a couple of days. That doesn't exactly sound like a great thing on my behalf. So why would I ever accept
No.
that deal?"
No. I won't do anything to the things you care about or yourself. But you're right. There is a cost. Wishes aren't free.
She signs, "Who suffers the cost?"
Whoever you bring me.
Oh.
Or, and you feel the wind gently move as if something caresses you. You could be my eyes in the waking world.
She signs, "That is more agreeable."
Isn't it?
She signs, "If you can heal Esme, I'll give you my eyes."
I can heal Esme if you become my eyes, my ears. Allow me to experience the waking world through you.
She signs, "You have a deal."
It inhales sharply, heavily. Jump into the pit. You don't hear that in your head, but it's the feeling evoked in you. Jump into the pit, and it's sealed. Esme will walk again.
Val looks at her hands and shuts her eyes and takes a deep breath inward. She's gonna inner monologue for a second, as she says to herself, "You can right this wrong," and she's gonna like walk towards the pit. She's gonna swallow.
Make one more resolve and composure roll for me.
This is gonna go so badly. I don't know what the zero success.
All right.
Could wait. I'm gonna willpower that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless we re-roll it, right?
Yeah.
Is it just re-roll? I forget how.
Yeah, it'd be a reroll because you already rolled it. Otherwise, you add 3 more die. This will be
Okay.
willpower spent for the next
Yes.
session.
Oh, okay. She jumps in. So fucked.
Valentina jumps in. You fall, and suddenly jolt as it feels like something caught you, like you're in a spider's web. But it's branchy, thorny, and rough as vines and branches hold on to you. You feel yourself being pulled in all different kinds of directions. This is going to hurt. You feel vines force their way into your skin through your body. And just when you think the pain is never ending and you feel vines snaking up your body, around your neck, feeling the vines press into the skin just next to your eyeballs, into your mouth, you wake up.
Val sits up and looks around.
And you see students. You hear them wandering, walking around, and you see the girl you were talking to just a moment ago with her hand on your shoulder, shaking you. And she kind of jolts a little bit as you wake up in some kind of slight shock or panic. However, aggressively Valentina reacts.
Probably just like jumped up and like hit heads with her.
Oh, ow. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have startled you.
she I guess she looks around, uh, and then turns to sit up, and then she thinks of a way to communicate with her, and she's gonna like touch her body, like, especially around her face and her throat,
Valentina's touching her own throat.
her own throat and her face.
Feels fine. Feels like skin. Skin you definitely grew yourself, like that's yours.
Her throat, still scarred, I assume.
Feels a little scratchy. Yeah, same.
She's going to bring out her phone and type, I need to talk to someone. I'll be right back. And then she like sends it out. Her phone says that.
Oh, okay. Um, I'll I'll just grab some stuff from my locker then.
She nods, and then she immediately goes to like what's it called? FaceTime, Esme.
FaceTime Esme.
The way I am so concerned right now.
Stop shooting me real quick. Yeah.
I'm screaming. Simply put, I'm screaming.
You FaceTime Esme. The first call you get nothing.
He's pacing.
You
She
try
does it
again?
again. Yes.
Try it again. I just read Lato's chat response thing. Oh, the second time around, you do get uh, a pickup, and it's Esme. She looks she looks like she was sleeping. She just woke up from a nap. It's the middle of the day, but it happens. She rubs out her eyes. Mm, oh, hello. Sorry, I fell asleep after you messaged me.
She shakes her head and signs. How do you feel?
Um, tired. I feel like I'm craving something. I'm too tired to think about what it is, though.
She signs still the usual aches.
Yeah, I guess they're a little better, but usual aches. We do our stretches, you know.
Her shoulders like droop a tiny bit. She looks disappointed, and it's probably very evident to Esme.
Are you okay?
She thinks for a moment, and then shakes her head no.
What's wrong?
She brings up the phone and just like texts this. As she says, I had a dream where I was given the chance to heal you, and I was hoping it was real.
Oh, babe. This isn't the first time you've had a dream like this. Me walking. It'll be okay. You know?
She shakes her head and texts more, saying, I'd do anything to give you your freedom back, not be tied into the medical bed you're stuck in now. I'm so sorry.
I mean, I got a wheelchair.
You know what I mean.
I know what you mean. But it'll be fine. We're doing our stretches and exercises. I'm eating more. A lot more. Even if I never walk again, we'll get somewhere.
She shakes her head and she says, I think I should tell you about my dream.
Are you sure? It seemed
I
like
think
it really distressed you a bit there. Even though, you know,
if some fucked shit happens to me, I want at least somebody to know what went down, okay?
some fuck shit.
She shrugs and says, I don't know. Ghosts possessing cars. Oh, did I tell you about that? I don't remember. Grayson's car got possessed by a ghost. And there's just been a lot of stuff happening. Anyway, the dream.
I overheard bits and pieces of that. I'm
Yeah,
still
you
not
might have.
fully up to date.
Yeah, yes. So I went into a dream. I got grabbed in and pulled into a mirror by some hands. I don't know. I don't think I told you about that earlier. I almost got killed
No.
in a mirror by being pulled in by
Huh?
ghost hands. She like pauses for a second and then continues. I'll tell you about that later. Stay with me for a second. And she says, so I got pulled into darkness, and then I started walking through the woods, because apparently there's woods right next to the darkness. And then I heard a voice, and it brought me, it said, basically like, I don't know. First I heard breathing. Sorry, my memory's not so great. And then I walked towards the breathing, and it was just this giant hole in the ground. And like, I'm kind of, there's no way I can imagine something this vivid, okay? I think
Mhm.
it's, so that's why I think this is magic shit, or ghost shit or something, okay? That's why I'm a little spooked. So then the hole started talking to me, okay? I don't know how a hole could talk to me. It's just kind of a circle. Doesn't make sense. And it started saying like, and it showed like smoke. And in the smoke, it was like, it was kind of saying like, I can give you whatever you wish for. You just have to help me out. And I'm an idiot, okay? But I'm not that big of an idiot. I wasn't like
Right.
just accepting all of their offers while not knowing anything about what the offers were about. So I was like, so at first it offered me to heal you. And I was like, oh, that's pretty great. I like that offer. And then it was like, I could bring your mom back. And I'm like, I mean, I love my mom. But I think if she's in heaven right now, she'd be pretty upset if I brought her back. So I was like okay with letting that one rest. It's been long enough that I've healed. And then it was like, I can make you strong enough not to have to rely on Felix to save you. And I mean, it was kind of embarrassing, but I'm not so insecure that I feel like I'm not strong enough to deal with situations when they arise.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to
Right.
be less reckless. Yeah. So I was like, none of those are interesting to me. I only care about the first one, and you're not telling me anything, so the offer's pretty shit. And I think they could see I was kind of gonna cheap out or sneak out or leave or whatever, and I was gonna skedaddle. So
Skedaddle.
yeah, that was this new word I learned. I think it means to like run away or something like that. And they were like, it was like, okay, well, how about I am able to observe things through your eyes and ears? And they told me like, they said there was like no negative things to me or you, and I was like, there's no monkey paw shit, right? Monkey palm, whatever. And they're like, no. And I was like, okay, this feels like a good deal. Okay, we can make this deal. And then I jumped into the pit. And I feel like it was kind of a stupid thing to do, but I am also hopeful it was just a dream. Okay, that's my rant. Smiley face. 100%. Painting nails.
Okay, this is a lot. You should probably tell your brother.
She looks so
Um,
scared in real life. And she shakes her head
what
no.
do you mean no?
She texts, he'll kill me.
Val, you told me you've been having weird dreams, like all of you have, right? Like you're sharing dreams? Maybe you should talk to him. What if he also had the same dream?
She shakes her head no and then texts. He's already so mad at me. I can't. He'll literally like lock me in a room with you for the rest of my life.
Valentina.
Maybe she texts, and maybe he'll say no to me getting my next car.
What? I doubt he'll do that.
She looks down and texts, he's really mad at me. I think maybe I should try talking to Bianca instead.
As long as you talk to someone.
She nods and texts, okay, if you start feeling better, randomly and you're able to walk, please, like, call me immediately.
I absolutely will. That's not something I keep to myself. Um yeah.
She texts back, so I have to go grab some food with somebody. Could you
Oh, right.
call?
Your little date.
She she does like a innocent little like wiggle back and forth, and then she says, then she texts, "Yep. Uh, do you think you could let Bianca know I need to talk with her?"
Yeah, I can relay that message.
She looks around and says, then texts, make sure it's secretive because Raphael's probably gonna check her phone at some point, and I don't want it to be obvious.
I will do my best to be as discreet about it as possible.
She does fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji, and then thumbs up.
You sure you're good to still go on this date? You look a little, shaken up.
She thinks for a moment and then nods and says, and then messages, "Yeah."
Alright. Just message me if anything feels south or sour, what have you.
If I go
And
blind, I'll let you know.
I will wheelchair my way to you as expeditiously as possible.
If any shit starts going wrong with me, I think you'll be running, so it won't be a problem. Uh, okay. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye. Love you.
Love you too. Bye-bye. And she hangs up.
She hangs up.
Val looks around. Like touches her face and her arms a couple times, as if trying to make sure there's like nothing there.
Nothing that, you can feel or see. You
I
could
hate that answer.
you could take a moment to check yourself in a mirror or if you really wanted, but
Yeah, she's going to. She'll go to the bathroom first.
you go to the bathroom.
She's gonna inspect herself, especially her eyes.
You peer at yourself in the mirror, look at your eyes. You just get close to the mirror,
Yeah,
like that thing you do when you like are looking for blemishes and
imperfections.
stuff, imperfections.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she does.
There is a soft red tint in your eyes. You stare at yourself, and then you see your left eye against your will, without you doing anything, jerk to the right and then back again.
Val just like freezes for a second.
And you hear a voice in the back of your head. Hello.
She thinks, "Hello." What about the deal? She thinks.
Taking time.
She like, a smile like crosses her face, and she like pushes off the window or like the sink over the under the mirror, and is she's going to, instead of going on the date, she completely forgets about the date. she
Damn!
she she gets she runs up to her car, starts her car, and immediately drives home.
So you just straight up run past this girl who's waiting by
Yeah,
her locker?
yeah. She turns to talk to Val, and Val's gone. 13 speed.
Nobody sees the absolute despair on her face. Trying to make sense of that.
You know what would fuck me up? If she ran out, like, bolting for her life, distressed, I'd be like, damn, what the fuck got into her? It's the fact that this bitch ran by me with a smile on her face.
Absolutely
Sh-
horrifying.
she's gonna get in the car and drive as fast as she can back to Esme as possible.
Mind you, this is happening like during the talk with the investigation stuff. So there is a point. I think enough time does pass where you come back and you basically tell everyone you went on that date, but that was a lie. Or like you just agree with
She
them that that's what you were doing.
she didn't tell them they went on the date.
I could have sworn I remember that being like that.
No, I never woke up. I was asleep in the
Oh,
session.
maybe we just decided that. So redacted. All of that redacted.
She goes back to Esme.
You drive home all the way back to Esme. Where as usual they're doing their evening routine. You see Joe helping her with her stretches in the living room as per usual.
Uh, Val signs to Joe. Can I have some time alone?
Um,
She looks way too happy, by the way.
for what?
She signs. I need to talk with her.
Okay,
Something
well,
serious.
I need to make sure she gets her stretches in.
Val signs. I don't think that will be a problem.
He raises an eyebrow. Are you gonna take over her stretches?
She nods.
He takes in a breath. All right, I'll take a break. And he points at you. But I'm serious. Do the stretches. I don't want to come back to you fucking around. This is equally as important.
Val signs. When have I ever slacked in my duties?
When it
For,
comes to my ward,
she gestures and then nods. In question.
I'm just saying, don't get distracted. We don't want any blood clots.
She crosses her arms and like shrugs her shoulders. Like, what do you want me to do?
He takes a cigarette out of his pocket and starts to walk out. 15 minutes. He just goes out the front door.
Val like goes into the position he was like I imagine kneeling in.
Leg
and
stretches.
then and then she signs. The deal was real.
Are you sure you're not going through like an episode or
She like grabs her cheeks and like pinches them together slightly. And she like looks at her in the most intense way. And then she nods yes. Like she's trying to show how much conviction there is.
okay? Um,
She like she tries to like can she like use her she in her mind she says, "Can you like make this believable in some way?"
you don't hear anything back.
God damn it. She pulls back enough that she can sign and signs. Uh I'm sure that the deal was real. I had some proof while I was in the bathroom. Don't ask for details.
I won't, but she looks concerned. You can see it. I don't, I don't know. You've been going through a lot, and I'm just concerned. This seems like a break because I mean, I'm not walking.
She she signs. It'll be slow, but they said it would return.
She just starts to nod and then kind of like looks away like she's thinking about it. And she doesn't know how to feel about this.
Val is over the moon, and she like gently like reaches forward and rubs her cheek, and then signs. It only cost me my eyes and ears at worst.
What does that mean?
She signs. It asked for to share in my vision and my hearing.
Wow, that's scary.
She signs. There are much worse deals I could have made.
Okay, but like,
I didn't have to sacrifice like 90 people. I didn't have to turn into a
huh?
vampire. I didn't have to
Oh,
turn into a werewolf and then turn you into a werewolf.
she like squints at Val like, you weren't thinking about turning me into a werewolf, were you? But she doesn't say that. She just squints it.
She signs. I'm too much of an idiot to understand how any of this works.
Oh my god.
That was just like one of my like crazy theories about how I could fix it.
So we're just listening to random holes now. Is that what we're saying?
She looks down, almost like she's a child being chastised as she signs. I was desperate.
For for what? Babe, if a hole in the ground started talking to me and whispering like sweet nothings, I don't think I'd listen. I
Val, uh, she shakes her head and like she she starts to do the exercises, thinking Joe is going to come back at some point to punish her, and she's going to, uh, after a moment of composing herself, uh, uh, sign back. The deal was good. You'll be healed. Whatever shit comes later, we can deal with it.
she kind of gets a little quiet for looking up at you. Her face seems to have mixed emotions. If you would like, you can roll wits and empathy if you haven't.
What's
But you don't.
yeah.
Empathy.
Wait, what's
Social
empathy?
skill. You don't have any
Oh,
empathy,
so
so
two.
you'd be rolling 2d10.
Yippee!
Yahoo! She's concerned. She's also sad, blushing a little bit, like she knows why you did it. Part of her can't help but find that a little bit romantic, but at the same time,
Fucked up.
eventually she looks at you and just says, "Did you ever consider that if that was what I wanted.
She nods and signs. I knew you would feel, I think, the way you're probably feeling right now.
I don't know how much I appreciate you making this decision on my behalf. As much as I dream about walking again, I didn't need it wasn't the end of my world. I don't understand what your focus is on this. Did you just
Val.
think I was broken, or
Val shakes her head and like sits back a little bit and signs. I fucked up our lives. And yeah, we recovered and we healed. Like, I still live with that regret.
I see.
She